Hi everyone, I'm Satvika. I joined as an intern in the Health High Tech company as a Java developer intern. I am here today to give my first demo. My demo is on the basic concepts of Spring Boot, and in this internship I have learned about framework from basics of Spring Boot and how it works internally, and it provides many dependencies and features, and it supports rapid development and provide built templates. Today I will show how to create a basic Spring project by using Spring Initializer. We have to go to website of start.spring.io. In this we can create our first project, basic. I'm using three-layered architecture. First one is controller, second one is service interface, and third one is service implementation. It is the best practice in the Spring Boot application to ensure separation of custom and scalability. Now I will create a basic Spring project. First we have to select the project. I am here using Maven project. Language, I am using Java language. We have to select the version of Spring Boot. It is the default version and latest version of Spring Boot. Next, project metadata. Group. Group means we have to give the name of company. Like I am here giving first demo artifact name. It is like a package name. Now we have to select packaging like jar or what. If I select jar, then when I am downloading this project, it will generate a jar file. In my local system, I'm using Java 17 local version. So I'm selecting Java 17. Next, we have to add the dependencies. First, we have to add Spring Web dependencies. It is used for building web, including RESTful applications using Spring Memory. It gives embedded default container like Maven, Tomcat server. Like we have to add dev tools. Like when I do modifications in code, then it will refresh my code. No need to restart the project every time. Now click on generate. I already downloaded a jar file, so I will show it. I already downloaded first demo and I imported it into Spring Tool Suite. In this app, we can write our code, and it is open source. Like we can write code freely and we can do number of time modifications. I use three-layer architecture. One is controller, second one is service interface, third one is service implementation. First, I'm creating controller package. Let me create it. Now I have to create one class. I will create my controller. Next, I will create service package. Third layer is service implementation, right? It is sub-package of service. I will create a small project like adding. First, we have to use one annotation, REST controller. We have to import it. The shortcut to import any annotation or any class, Control Shift O. First, what is annotation? REST controller. Let me write it. It is specifically designed for building RESTful web service. Let me create one method for addition operation. Let me Here I used three annotations. One is REST controller, request mapping, and get mapping. First, I will say what are those annotations. REST control. It is specifically designed for building RESTful web services. Another one is request mapping. It maps requests to control methods. And another one is get mapping. It is used to map HTTP GET request to handler methods in a REST control. Map to map the HTTP GET request to handler methods. And in method, I used another annotation that is @request param. It is a fundamental component in web frameworks like Spring MVC and Spring Boot, primarily used to extract data from incoming web requests. It enables the binding of request parameters typically found in the query string of a URL in form data to method parameters within a controller. To print this data, actually we use system.out.println, but in real time we don't use that. We use logger. First, we have to create logger. It's available in logger factory class. In get logger method, we have to this. We have to give this class name. We have to input it. It presents in SLF4J logger. So we have to import it. Now for printing, give one method logger.info. We have to give what we have to print. That's message we have to write it here. I have to print val1 values and val2 values. Now in second layer, we have to create one interface, that is my service. Here we have to create an abstract method. We can't create object for interface. So we have to create one implementation class, and for that implementation class we have to create object and we have to access it. But here we no need to create object. We can create one implementation class. We have to have that interface, that is my service. Click on finish. Here I have to perform addition operation. So I take one variable to store the result. I have to add val1 and val2. So add it. Return the result. Here we have to return the string. I have to print on the console val1 and val2 values. So I'm using logger.info. If you use logger.info, you have to create it first. It was in logger factory class, in which method get logger method. We have to give class name. Yes. My service. We have to import it. Wait a minute. I have to print result on the console. So I'm using cloud.info. Now, now we have to run the project. Run as and build. First, we have to use one command, clean package. Now we have to run it. To run the project, again we have to run another command, spring hyphen boot colon run. If there is any errors or if there is any mistake, then it will not run. But it started successfully. It started on port 8080 by Tomcat server. To see the output in localhost, we are using 8080 port, right? So localhost 8080. slash. I'm using here slash API, right? So we have to do it. For method, I use add endpoint and parameters val1 and val2. See, this is the output. 1 plus 3 equals to 4. By this, we can create a project. This is a small addition operation. Thank you.